hope you'll allow me to record so that we can not be able to use this one.
Sure.
So even for today's conversation is just centered around that. So just to get to know who you are, how your journey has been as a founder. And the focus would be, I'll be just be on, I know you have already shared the questions, you have an idea about them, but I'll just be asking you the questions, and then you will be responding in a very conversational manner. Then try to at least make this fun. Hope you're ready.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Awesome. Good stuff, good stuff. So I think just for a start, maybe you can just let us know who you are, who's Mostafa, the kind of person you are, and then now we can now transition like what you stand for, like what would you say some of the things that you stand for before we even go out to the company.
So I'm Mostafa Dawoud, co-founder and CEO of Dentolize. We started Dentolize, we launched it in April 2022, so it has been already 2 years. But before the launch, I've been working on developing the software itself for another 2 years. My background is I used to work in British Airways as a cabin crew. I didn't like my job. I started self-studying development, and I became a full stack developer. And then I started working as freelancing. And I have my friend, Dr. Abdurrahman. He's a dentist, and this is where the idea came from. We were sitting together. He was showing me this new program he bought to manage his clinic, and it was very old. I told him it's really old and it's really bad. He told me, no, this is the best one in Egypt. So we thought, okay, let's do something better, and this is how we started. And after we were ready, Marwan, our co-founder, he joined us. He was very good at sales and onboarding customers. I know him from working in British Airways as well, so we have known each other for more than 5 years. This is how we started Dentolize. So it's a management system for clinics. We started with dental clinics, and now we're moving slowly to other practices like dermatology and physical therapy.
Interesting. I think I always love such stories whereby someone just transitions from one field and goes completely into a different field. So like I'm getting like for you from aviation now into software engineering and now into the medical space. That's quite, it's a more than a 360 turn. And I think stories like this really, really need to be heard by people who sometimes are in spaces where they feel like they want to make a change, but then they didn't know how to go about it. And it's always very, very encouraging to listen to stories like this. And so tell us, like, you touched a bit on Dentolize and all of that. So what would you say, how has entrepreneurship journey has been? Have you always been entrepreneurial? Is this like your first venture? And how has it been all the way leading now to Dentolize?
So yeah, it's my first venture. It's hard. I don't think it's easy. You have to do everything yourself. You have to learn about all the stuff. You have to manage trying to grow your startup and at the same time looking for funding or trying to raise a fund, joining accelerators like Healthtech Hub Africa. You learn a lot through them because, as I told you, it's my first venture. So from the tech side, yeah, I know good about the tech side, but from the company and the managerial and building a startup, that's the hard part for me. And this is where you learn greatly from accelerators.
And I definitely concur with you on that because myself, right now, I'm working in an agency. I'm leading a team of very creative people, but then I also started off my career as a techie writing code. So I think there's always that challenge of I know how to build products and I know how products work, but then now it comes to a point whereby you realize just knowing how to build the right products is not enough. You also need to communicate and ship these products to the people who will find value from it. So I really, really like I relate to you when you said that. And overall, what has been like 2, 3 things that when you came into the entrepreneurship space, you were not expecting at all, and they just came as a shocker, like some of the difficulties that you've really, really experienced?
Uh, so I believe what was very difficult was getting customers to trust us, because especially in the medical field, you're usually competing with companies that have been in the field for like 7 and 8 years. They don't have good products, but they have good trust. So at the beginning, getting the or gaining the trust was a bit hard. We had to go like the extra mile in the support and the customer service to prove to the clinics, okay, we are worthy of your trust. We are worthy of what we say. You can trust our words. You can trust our software. And a lot of clinics waited like over a year till they make sure, okay, they're working, they're still here. Now we can join them. So gaining the trust in the market was the hardest thing, I believe.
And so far, is Dentolize also in other markets or just primarily in Egypt?
No, we are in 19 different countries, but with very small numbers. So we have around 750 clinics in Egypt, and the second country is Saudi Arabia. We have like 25 clinics in Saudi. We have 3 clinics in Cyprus, in Jordan, Iraq, but it's all very small numbers.
Mhm.
But we're mainly operating in Egypt, but we have clinics in 19 different countries. They all came from referrals as well, which have been great for us because it's kind of like a niche market. Doctors tell each other, okay, so I'm using this software, it's very good, call them, and they keep referring each other.
Ah, awesome, awesome. And back to just asking a follow-up question on what you told us like a few minutes ago. So getting clients, just getting into those spaces where you can really, really prove that your product is useful and can be beneficial to the people is a very tough call, right? It's a very hard conversations to have. How would you say, was the conversation now scaling now into these other markets? Because I understand it's different markets with different needs, with different perceptions and so on. Would you say it was the same experience or it varied from market to market?
I believe it's a different experience because the mindset is different as well. So, for example, the market that I can say I have some little experiences other than Egypt is the Gulf or Saudi. So it have been hard as well because they want to see you present, legally present as a company in their country. Uh, but because I believe because of the good word of referrals, because of the good reviews we have, this gives them a lot of trust. Uh, and the product itself, of course, we do them a demo, we show them the features. We have to be always like better than all the competitors because we are the new ones. So we have to always be in front of them by a mile.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. And just now a segue, we will be talking about Dentolize and all of that. So you are a part of the 2024 Healthtech Hub program cohort. First, congratulations on that, because having been part of being part of the vetting process, I know how tough it was, and also just the number of applications that came in, and also just boiling down to now to the that one startup which you're also part of. It was really, really tough. It was very long, and they're looking for very high stellar companies. So how would you say your experience has been, like first from the moment you got that information that you have been accepted into the accelerator, from then, which is until now, which is I mean, like around 4 or 5 months now, how has your experience been? Please take us through that journey.
It was honestly, it's very great. One thing I want to highlight the most is connecting us to mentors and having one-to-one with mentors. This is really nice, and the mentors are really great. The onboarding process as well, it was very smooth. they've been like very clear with the information, what we have to do, what's the next steps. The fireside chats, like the one today, was very helpful, and I believe they know very well what hard things that startups are facing, so they go to these things on point and address them. So this it's really great.
Thank you, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. And so overall, but when applying and also just also being part of the program so far, what are some of the like top two things that you hope to gain from the accelerator? Like by the time the program is coming to a close, which is around November, December, what are some of the things that you need to have achieved? Like what are some of the objectives that you need to set that you're looking forward to getting them?
I believe the first one is fundraising. We have been bootstrapping since we started till now. So the main thing we're looking to know more about and learn how to do is fundraising. And the second thing is growing and scaling. So till now, we have been growing slowly, which I believe is a good thing because, as I said, it's my first startup or my first company. So we have been learning a lot through the way. So growing slowly have been very helpful in this, giving you the time to, if you did something wrong or learn from your mistakes, you have the time to correct them. But I'm looking to learn how to grow and how to scale as a startup, how to scale better in other countries, how to scale in Africa, and learn more about Africa's health system as well.
Thank you so much for that. I believe those are the right goals because I think the Healthtech Hub really more than anything tries to position itself as a hub that can be able to help startups achieve that. And thank you so much. I think the conversation has really been insightful. It was short but very important, just getting to know who you are in the company, and also some of the things that you guys are working on. So at this point, I'll just like to ask, like, coming to the close of this, what's your parting shot like? Any words that you have for us, cut across, might be advice, might be just words of encouragement, might cut across. This one, there's no limit to it. So what's your parting shot on this?
Thank you, Victor, so much. I think I'd like to highlight the importance of co-founders in the startup journey. Choosing the right partners can make all the difference in your journey as being a startup. Together, you can go through any challenges, you can celebrate victories, and definitely you can build greater things than you can do alone. So choose your co-founders, choose them well, and have a great journey with them.
Thank you so much, Mostafa. That's the best starting shots I think we've received today. I
Thank
think
you, Victor.
at this point, I'd just like to more or less once more say thank you. This has been really insightful. Definitely looking forward to having more conversations even as the program progresses. And I'm sure we'll definitely reach out at some point with a different set of questions just to pick your mind and also just try to understand how your company works and also just the ecosystem in Egypt, how it's happening. And I don't know, are you going to GTEx? It's happening right next door.
In Morocco?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe we're going.
Mhm.
We've been to many events in Egypt, but we haven't been to any outside Egypt. So I don't believe we're going right now. Maybe in the future.
Okay. And it's one of the biggest tech events in Africa. Well, I just want
Yes.
to say thank you so much. I really appreciate the time, and definitely look forward to we'll be able to share this publication with you also just to cross-share it in your networks once you have it up.
This is very nice. Thank you. Thank you,
All right.
Victor, and have a nice day. And thank you, Harriet.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you too.
Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.